This is the first episode of the Inner Compass podcast. I am Andy Petranek, and welcome. I am really glad you're here. I would consider a lot of podcasting, but I did about 150 episodes in the world today. Maybe that's not a lot, but for me, that was a lot. And I always thought that the important thing to do was to have people on that were experts in their field in certain areas. And when I look around the podcast world, that is far and away the most, that's the thing I see everywhere. Everybody's got an expert on that's got some system or program or way of seeing things that's different, that they want to impose or teach or share with you. And they're usually promoting a book or something that they've got going on, some sort of program. And look, I don't think that's bad. Got to turn my fan on. It's hot in here. I don't think that's bad. But for me, it's missing something. You know, I work with a lot of very, very successful people that in the world would be looked upon as uber successful. And guess what? Nobody's ever heard of them. They don't have a program that they're touting. They haven't read or written a best-selling book. They're well known in their local industry. They're well known in their company. They're far and away the highest achievers in their category locally, maybe even in their region, maybe even nationally. But they're not famous. And for me, these people are the most relatable. These people are like me. I'm not famous. I mean, I'm okay. I may be more famous than my next door neighbor, but I'm certainly not famous. Infamous, maybe? I think I fit the category of what I just described. I'm famous within the circles that I operate in, and I'm good at what I do. And this podcast is for those people. This podcast is for those stories. And it's not just for those stories. It's for the lessons that come out of people living in that sort of world. You see, it's personal for me. My shift from being a measurement and achievement and winning focused entrepreneur, business owner, early adopter, athlete, United States Marine, to being a coach, a leadership coach, that while my intention is to help people succeed beyond their wildest dreams, I've learned that the measurement of winning, reaching goals, striving, and the stress that it brings and the long-term consequences that occur as a result of living with that burden is heavy, is really heavy. Some of the people that I talk to are going to be in it, then don't realize it. Some of the people I talk to are going to be in it and do realize it. Some of the people I talk to are going to be in it and past it. Like they've learned to operate a new way. Because the yoke, the burden of success and of reaching your goals and of winning and of taking care of everyone in your family, of your reputation, of gaining fame is heavy. And even though everybody I'm talking to will, from the outside, look like they've got everything together, privately behind the scenes, when they let their guard down, you'll find that they don't always feel so sure of themselves and so confident. And one of the powerful things about hearing stories about people like this and their stories from their words or from my words is we're in this together. We're all feeling it. We're all feeling the burden. And there's so much there's so much power in shared experience. And because we live in a world that's filled with social media and Instagram and instant success, and like everybody's constantly measuring themselves against a fictionalized version of somebody else, it can feel really good to know that we're all in the fight. This burden ultimately will kill you. Well, something's going to kill you, right? So whether it's the burden that's going to kill you or life itself is going to kill you, none of us are getting out of here alive. But it certainly can come more quickly when you carry this burden, this stress, long term, thinking short term, thinking, oh, I can handle this. No big deal. I can handle this for the next year. 1 year turns into 2 years, turns into 4 years, turns into 8 years. And suddenly you're 50 years old and you have a little heart issue, or you got a stroke. It doesn't kill you, but man, it's a warning. Or out of the blue, your spouse says to you they're done. Or you get blindsided at work by a boss that says you're fired. Or your kids stop talking to you. Or you start numbing each night with a glass of whiskey, and that turns into 2 glasses of whiskey. That turns into 2 glasses of whiskey and a glass of wine with your wife. And suddenly you're just numbing it. And you're numbing it with Netflix, with maybe porn, with shopping, with online gambling. See, these addictions are not the problem, they're the solution. The problem is the way you feel on the inside. So this podcast is designed to allow people to share the kinds of things that they're struggling with. Also, to exhibit the amazing things that have created who they are in their life. It's not bad. It's all fantastic. It's part of the richness of being alive. So who's this podcast for? It's for business leaders. It's for entrepreneurs. It's for executives. It's for someone who feels the need to achieve in their life. It's for high achievers. And look, whether you've already felt the crack in your armor and you're hiding it or not, this is a place to listen to other people's journeys. But many of the people that I talk to are going to think, you're going to look at and think from the outside, they look like they've got it all together. But on the inside, maybe not so much. Stressed, disconnected, quietly wondering, is this really it? What's my purpose? Why am I here? Is this really all that was cracked up to be? So If you're someone who wants to align your outer success with inner fulfillment, this is the place. The people that are going to be on this podcast are real business leaders. And by business, I mean they're up to something in the world. So this could be someone that is passionately working toward a fundraising goal for something valuable for humanity. This could be a mother who's working full time to raise her 3 kids or her 1 kid. But I'm not focusing on celebrities or influencers. If I do have somebody famous on, it's not to talk about their fame or their system that they're touting. It's to talk about their life. We're going to focus on habits and values and pivotal moments and struggles, the honest questions they're still wrestling with. Episodes are going to be 45-ish minutes, probably. And my hope is that you'll come away with something more than just tips. Because real growth isn't about tips. It's like something you can do tomorrow. Everybody always wants to know, well, what can I do? What can I do? If you know anything about the stuff that I put out, the first step is waking up, seeing it, becoming aware. And that starts with perspective. Maybe seeing something in someone else is the exact thing you need to be able to see it in yourself. So perspective, connection. Maybe there's a story that somebody shares that will give you the ability to shift how you see yourself or your life. Sometimes a single story can be the thing that wakes you up to what really matters. That's what I hope listeners will take away from this podcast. So listen, this is episode 1, the introduction. Thanks so much for being here. I'm super excited for what's ahead. If you're a fan of mine, and I would love it to start off with followers, subscribe to the show. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on all the podcasting networks, so you can subscribe to it anywhere. And if there's something that you hear in any of these episodes and you think of one person that might need to hear this story, my request is that you share it. Don't wait. If you think to yourself, oh, so-and-so should listen to this, so-and-so should hear this, just don't wait. Send them a text. Send them a link to the show. And I want to also say that this show is being launched in conjunction with an organization that I've been in now for the past 1.5 years. It's called Rainmaker U. It was begun by Tim O'Brien. And it's a business incubator, networking group, and development group. And it is filled with what are called the people to see in the business, that the business category that each person is a member of the group in. Tim's got chapters in Los Angeles, in Orange County, in the Valley, and the intention is about helping professionals position themselves as the person to see. So the first episode is going to have Tim as the not the star, but the interviewee, and then we'll be featuring members from Rainmaker U from all over Southern California, and we'll have some other people mixed in as well, but there'll be quite a lot of Rainmaker U people. So that's it. I will see you in the next episode. Thanks again for tuning in. Until next time.